I found these little vents, that looks like, at the local Lowe's. And so I thought, why not turn these into vents that we would use maybe on an industrial building. So I'm going to take my paintbrush and my acrylic paint, and I'm going to go over this and make it look a little bit rusty. So I laid out some orange. I'll put a little bit of this brown in, and we'll see if we can replicate rust. So we'll just mix it together. We're just going to rub it across. Let's see what happens. Now I'm not worried too much about the look at this point, because we'll come back and just rub it off with a tissue. So we're just kind of getting the color on now so that it can be mostly removed. We may have to do this a couple of times. Let's see. So the paint is beginning to set a little bit. Let me start wiping. I may have waited a little, oops, too long. And I'll hit the other one. And again, you're just trying to replicate rust. So we'll get that into the cracks. Alright, looking better. We'll keep working on that. So I reapplied some of the paint. You'll notice there's a little bit of brown mixed in with the orange, and to get that effect, you don't want to over mix your paint, so you just kind of grab from each side, and so on your brush you'll have that effect of sort of that marbling. So you just kind of grab from each side. I'm going to use a wire brush and see if we can't brush this off to give it a little bit more natural look, instead of wiping it as I did before. It's working okay, not terribly fantastic, but the idea is you want to leave some on, take some off. I gave these guys a little bit of chance to dry, maybe a minute or two. What I'm going to do is hit it with some cleaner. See if we can get some of it to naturally kind of drip off, as if the rain were having its effect. Just hit that a little bit more. Once that's done, I'm sorry, we'll just let it dry a bit. As these dry, you'll see that they're starting to look a little bit more rusted. So we'll maybe add another layer on a little bit later, and maybe try smearing it off like we did in the beginning. What it is it's just layer by layer we'll get this work done. And looks pretty rusty, but this is, like I said, just orange and brown paint. Alright, these are continuing to dry, and as they do, I've dabbed them lightly with a paper towel just to get off some of the heavier areas. You'll notice just a little bit of rust looks good. So what we'll do now is find a project to apply these to. I'm not really sure where I'm going to apply it, but I think I've got an idea. And looking at my collection here, you know, maybe I'll add this thing to the side of this barn. Who knows, it could be placed anywhere, but that might just add the visual appeal that one would want.